So, today I'm going to talk to you about my leadership project, which was a production of Wojciech with my grade 9 and 10 students. Okay, so in the presentations, obviously, I'm going to talk about the student led production of Georg Buchner's play Wojciech. Okay, this was a large scale project and it was undertook by the students in grade 9 and 10 within my school, and it provided a rich educational experience. So we worked with various um, aspects of the play, and the students developed creatively. They collaborated, they used critical thinking and problem solving skills. And the performance itself was a public event involving the community and engaging with the student talent with the local community. So, the purpose of this project was to um, basically create a modern, or at least a tech infused version of Wojtek to give the students the opportunity to improve their technical skills. And we wanted to have an adaptation, so that could be part of the curriculum as well, was a student adaptation of an original script. And we wanted to create an immersive experience where the audience felt like they were a part of the play. And we wanted to create a layered soundscape so that the audience would feel an atmospheric involvement in the play also. And obviously we wanted the students to take full ownership of this play, so they were given all of the technical roles of the play. They were given almost total ownership of it, with um, all of the elements being of their main design themselves, and basically myself just being a facilitator in the process. So we had two performances of this. One of them was within the school for all of the students within the school and all of the teachers within the school, and we also had a public performance of this for any parents that wanted to come in later, and any of the local community that wanted to come and watch as well. And we had a great turnout, which was fantastic. In the daytime, the audience were really responsive, and it was great because we're not most of the students in the school don't get to see any theatre. They've never seen theatre, a lot of them. They've never seen a proper production before. I mean, the previous productions we put on were great, but a lot of the year six students who weren't able to view any of the previous performances, they were, shall we say, exuberant in the performance itself. And our goal was to use this project as a way to enhance student learning and collaborate while also fostering a sense of community engagement. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of the roles that the students played, and how that helped and benefited them, and how I led them along the route, as it were. This is just a part of the performance, one of the scenes in which the two main actors, or I'll name them by the real names, Maria and Maurice, two foreign kids, really. I mean, one of them is half Chinese and half Brazilian, and the other one is half Filipino and half American. And they both worked really hard on this project. They were given the main roles because of their ability to think laterally, their ability to problem solve, and their ability to act, really. You know, I took them out of a lot of lessons. I collaborated with the PE teacher, because towards the end of the year, the PE teacher didn't really need them in his lessons because he'd already done all of his assessments. So I took them out of most of their PE lessons to perform this, and it's not like they weren't getting their physical exercise, because this is a very physically demanding play for them. Okay. Okay. So we had three directors, Maria, Baron, and Maurice. The main reason I chose these three was because of their intelligence, their ability to work well with the students, their collaborative ability, and also their creative thinking ability, their ability to problem solve, to notice mistakes, and to be able to come up with ways to solve them. Um, and all three of them did an excellent job. They chose the era of the time period. They decided on a 1930s theme. They were instrumental in all of the choices for all of the other technical aspects as well, including um, costume, lighting, sound, and set. Um, they were brilliant. Basically, they were fantastic, and it helped me to facilitate everything that was going on and not have to worry about actors rehearsing at the same time. Okay, the marketing department. Now, these two guys, Alice and Frank, did a phenomenal job. Honestly, I gave them the scope, I gave them what they could do and the possibilities that they had, and they ran with it. They created various websites and various, so I say, social media accounts. WeChat, which is a local Chinese one, they created a WeChat account. They created an Instagram account. They also had a website which they created. And this website was phenomenal. It had all of the actors on it. It had the performance times. It had like a snippets of a synopsis of the play and everything on it. It was brilliant. They also got in contact with a local celebrity, Billy, who is a promotions specialist, and he goes around different restaurants, different events, and he promotes them. So yeah, they had him come over and promote our performance on his channel, which was great as well. They created the poster, which was brilliant. Honestly, they went well above and beyond the scope of what I thought was possible for a student production. It was almost professional in its undertaking. Yeah, this is the Insta account that they created, and this is the marketing discussion that they had with Billy and how they were going to sell the play. And he posted some different videos on his channel of them talking with him. Okay, the costumes. Yeah, costume was a difficult one because there was a very limited budget to begin with. It was like 3,000 RMB altogether. So we had to work on having a costume um, department basically, and my remit to them was we got to beg, borrow, and steal everything we can before we end up spending money. So this involved me bringing a lot of my suits from home for students to wear, and a lot of my waist jackets and things like this for students to wear, and they did the same thing. We also had a lot of engagement with the parents on this one because one of the parents of one of our students, Frank, his mother is basically a clothes designer. So when we had things that didn't fit or anything like that, she came in occasionally and helped us to basically tack everything in and make sure that it fit the students that it was for. And she gave me some ideas on what we could do with different things just to make it work really. And that was great with involving the parents and things like this. It really helped the performance to have sort of a family, homely feel to it as well, which was great. Yeah, this was all. The ideas were designed by the costume department, these four girls here, but also it was cleared and okayed by the directors. Um, Lighting and sound. Yeah, so they created a soundscape with in concert with the music department. We had the music department create some different background sounds. You know, they used it as a project. We managed to use interdisciplinary engagement. So we had them running a project when it was creating a soundscape for certain scenes in the play, like there was a tavern scene and we wanted them to create a soundscape for that. So they literally recorded them playing some swing music and they put different sounds over the top of that, and we used the sound engineers in our students as sound engineers, should I say, and they overlapped different sounds together to create a brilliant soundscape for the performance. The lighting was excellent. The guy on the bottom right here, Willard, he's about the only person in the school that knows how to work the lighting board. It's a very complicated process, and I can get it to work, but I can't design and edit and create a basically a plan throughout a performance for it, and he did a fantastic job. Yeah, So I'm really proud of all of these kids. They've done a great job on this. The set was minimal, but it was a lot of effort for them. They put a lot of work in. They created like a windowsill stroke bar area so that they could be turned around and dragged on and off stage, and it was used for a few different scenes, just to give the set. It was a minimalist look, but it was 1930s, so we wanted to go with that whole the era of, what was it called, non-alcohol era. I can't remember the name of it now off the top of my head. And in the background we had like an entrance from the middle, so we wanted sort of like we wanted three different kinds of entrances originally, but the set design team, they created them and they just didn't look right, so we went with the one that looked the best, which was kind of like a blood brick look to it, and that really worked with most of the scenes. Actually, it looked really striking with a lot of the lighting effects and things like that we used. Within the community, so we have a thing in the school called Stuco, which is a student council. Within the performances, we had them managing and monitoring students. We also had them selling food and things in the performances. That was great. The PSA came in and helped us out. They helped obviously get the community involved as well, and they helped us try and get people to come to the evening performance. A lot of them came themselves as well. That was great. And also a lot of their parents, a lot of them are parents of students within not just our performance but within the school. So they tried to sell our product, our marketing posters and things like that within their businesses and places of work to get a good number of people up for the evening performance, which was great also. Okay. We worked interdisciplinary with music and art, and also PE as well, with getting students out of lessons so that I could do extra rehearsals with the main two students. Art, where he helped us to design and paint all of the backgrounds within the lessons, within the art lessons, and he used that as part of his program as well. So that was great. We were talking about this since the start of the year, so there was a good plan to have it done. And obviously the art, which I mentioned the music, which I mentioned previously, we managed to get them to record some music for us and create a soundscape within that. So that was great. How did it work with the ISD mission statement? So ISD provides a rigorous, well-rounded education while fostering the unique gifts and aspirations of each child. Within this performance, there were no people hanging on. There were no dead weight. There were no students that didn't know what they were doing at any point in the day. They all had a task at all times and they all worked on it. And this is a great thing to see, Yeah, there were slackers, but that was easily picked up. And obviously it helped students in ways that they wouldn't even know. It created a great community atmosphere within not just my classroom but within the school, and it also helped them to build so many tools that they can grow themselves. And for the final part, I just want to watch a little bit of a performance of it.
We want to touch your lips, hot like fire. I know where the mouth is built. I'd do anything to be yours. Anything. You feel cold, do you? It's fine. You won't feel it soon. Nothing.
Look, the moon is up. It's so bright.
Yeah. Like blood.
Oh, France, you're so pale.
Shh. Kneel down, Marie. Kneel down.
Okay, that's the end of my leadership project presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for your time.